Come! Drive, Bonnie, drive.
for the home team, APIA Leichhardt. Number 9, Presley Ortiz. Proudly sponsored by Heroes Socks. APIA Leichhardt 1, Wanderers 0.
Unreal, bro.
The other way! Way!
Goal, APIA Leichhardt and a brace for number 9, Presley Ortiz. Presley's proudly sponsored by Hero Socks. APIA Leichhardt 2, Wanderers 0.
Yes!
Welcome back to Lambert Park for the second 45s action in the opening game of round 9 in NPL New South Wales, a Easter weekend footballing feast that kicks off with 2 games for your Friday. Manly United and Sydney FC to come at Cromer Park later this evening, but after 45 minutes played on Marion Street, it is APIA Leichhardt, the champions, sitting pretty in their quest to secure a 6th consecutive win in the competition to keep the pressure on the ladder. Leaders Sydney United, 2-0 they lead, courtesy of the man who is about to kick us off in the second 45, Presley Ortiz, who brought up his 4th and 5th goal in the first half. One gift wrapped to him, the second the outcome of a great piece of play from APIA. He'll be on the hunt for a hat-trick. APIA will be on the attack for more, and the Wanderers will be looking to get themselves a foothold back into this game as they look to avoid back-to-back defeats. But against the champions, it's a task easier said than done, as Ortiz is denied by some good defending by Chop. Stewart swings the ball along the edge of the penalty area. Easy pickings in the end for Jesse Cameron. Chop over to McNamara, who's being urged to drive, puts in a decent ball too, and Riles was lurking. And what will the decision be here from the referee? It's a corner for the Wanderers. Paddy Nikas will know, and Wanderers fans, if you're listening on at home, will be pleased to hear that they have traditionally, so far in the early knockings of this season, mind you, been a very solid second half side. 9 of their 14 goals scored this year coming after the break. As that one's shallow towards the front post and clean off the line by Mon, still alive. And not quite struck home by Bradley Marzal for what would have been a first senior NPL New South Wales goal for him. That's a costly turnover, though, and not the player they want to give the ball away to. Stewart has pushed it across to Ortiz, who's looking for the hat-trick. Gets it back to Stewart. Can't work the angle inside. Still going is Stewart. Threads the needle. Max Courts! Oh, that is fantastic from the youngster.
Goal, APIA Leichhardt, the gun.
And it is this emergent 17-year-old star who scores on starting debut for APIA.
APIA Leichhardt 3.
Franco Parisi handed the talented teenager his first go from the get-go. And he has taken the opportunity with both hands. A brilliant goal. And APIA go 3 clear. And the Wanderers again find themselves in a situation where they find themselves personally culpable for the concession. They were so close to scoring a goal at the other end. 2 bites at the cherry, couldn't finish. And then a poor turnover to Jack Stewart. Ends in a cracking second of the season for Max Court. It's another happy chapter in the growing success story that is Max Courts. He's risen from the under-9s to the senior fold as Ortiz looks to tee up. Jack Stewart slipped by Vidakovic, but he's able to collect it at the second time of asking. Jack Stewart's still searching for another goal against the Wanderers on his birthday. The Wanderers have got to be careful that this one doesn't fall in danger of getting unsightly, because that was one of their issues last season. Just blown away in one too many games. 4-0 losses to the Wollongong Wolves and Blacktown. 6-1 when these two went head-to-head at Lambert Park last year. And at Rockdale with an 8-1 win, as Riles can't head the ball to his own advantage. Calax was keen to get APIA on their way, but picked off nicely. Bradley Marzal won it back well, but could do little more with it. But they've been in every game that they've played this season. It's been one of their big points of improvement this season, the Wanderers. They got 4 wins this year. It took them 16 rounds to get to that figure last year. Marzal. Riles couldn't generate an effective knockdown. Kambayashi to Ortiz. And Ortiz can't get the beating of Ubbins this time. It's another poor turnover. Caspers, Stewart's. Wanderers get the bodies in the way. Cannot work it out of their own defensive area. Stewart is now the time for him. Threads it across. Fabian Monge. Back to Stewart. APIA in no hurry. Patient play from them. Kambayashi knocks it down. Ortiz. Is there a finish at the end of this? It's caught! Oh, it's off the underside of the crossbar. And not a goal in the eyes of the referee. Flick forward by Kambayashi. Here's Simmons! Well, it is anyone's guess as to how APIA have not found a fourth. 2 cracking efforts in quick succession. The first from Courts looked to be a quick fire brace. And then Simmons, who had been picked out brilliantly by Kambayashi, sent one whistling past the frame of goal. An all-important touch perhaps from the Wanderers defence to deny it, going in for a fourth. Still an eventuality here though, spilled by Vidakovic. This is ugly, but APIA can't find a way to work it home. Cameron gives it away to Courts. Couldn't angle the ball for Presley Ortiz. That one not to the liking of the referee, Eddie Caspers, earning himself a ticket for fairly agricultural foul, and now Pani Nekas is going to ring the changes. Ricky Franson
Substitutions for Wanderers coming on. Number 10
makes his way back into the senior NPL New South Wales fold.
Number 17, Joshua Sentry.
As does Johnny Pavlovich. It's his second appearance of the new campaign for him, having Made his debut as a 15-year-old last year at Sydney Olympic, or away to Sydney Olympic for the Wanderers. Youth age international. Josh Shatinic, the other player, has made his way onto the field for a 6th appearance of the season. We'll have somewhat happy memories of Marion Street. It was the venue at which he made his senior NPL New South Wales debut last year, albeit in that aforementioned 6-1 defeat.
APIA Leichhardt coming on, number 99, Frankie Farinella.
And Franco Parisi responds with a double sub of his own. Max Court's day is done. Oh, what a day it has been for this 17-year-old sensation who's found the back of the net at Lambert Park. Michael Conestabile and Franco Farinella have made their way onto the field. Eddie Caspers, the other, just picked up that yellow card, have left the field of play. Left it over the top for Ortiz, who's trying to turn on the Jets. Chase down Noah Ovens. I believe is the brother of Bray at St George City. Noah was playing his football last season. That's the showing of the strength that APIA have got, their depth. And players like Conestabile and Farinella, stars of the league last season, can make their way off the deck. And Stewart is going to make his way into the referee's pocketbook. That's, well, not the kind of birthday card he's been used to receiving today, but it is a card on his birthday nonetheless. Something for Johnny Pavlovich perhaps to work with from the dead ball, the substitutes. Clips it in really nicely too, away by Mwatamalo. Bit of a shallow clearance, and the effort rather sums it up for Marko Radovančević.
The raffle has been drawn. If you're holding an orange B06, Rosa Castorina. If you're the holder of that ticket, come up to the clubhouse to claim your prize. Rosa Castorina, B06.
Orange B06, the winning raffle ticket for anyone wondering, watching on at Lambert Park. Home fans have been treated to a super showing from the champion so far in this game. Simmons works it into Cambiashi, who stings the ball back to the veteran. The cross all the way past the goal frame. And Stewart is nipping at the heels to win it back. What a tricky customer. Still going. Jack Stewart. Oh, a top stop from Vidakovic. And the Wanderers trying to get on the move here. That's a lovely launch down that left-hand channel. Monge looked to have copped the ball in the face, copped a hand in the face, but referee thought otherwise. The shot from range is tipped away well by Ollie Karlatz. Decent drive from Radovančević. Fresh face injected by Pani Nikas. And Ewan Gasowski, number 19, has made his way onto the left flank. A first appearance since the opening round of the season for him when he made his senior debut against Rockdale Illendon. Good hustle from Farinella. Ovens, Satut. Radovancevic for Franson. It's been a decent spell for the visitors, probably their best since the opening 10. Good turn by Radovancevic. Satut picks the gap. Cameron gets the ball inside, and Kalatz makes the body big and makes the claim. APIA on course here to go 8 games unbeaten, 6 wins in a row. And it will be, incredibly, the 24th consecutive game in NPL New South Wales in which APIA found the back of the nets. They've been an unstoppable attacking force in 3 seasons under Franco Parisi. Topped the goal scoring charts in every season he's been head coach. The creation of Seya Kambiashi has been a not insignificant part of why. 136 goals in all comps for APIA since the start of last year. Still eager to add more. Conestabile. Oh, he's bended rather agriculturally there in the corner by the substitute Satinic. Kambiashi conjure. This set piece hit the mark. That's a rare miscue from Kambiashi. Put a shot out for a throw in the first half on the volley, Kambiashi. So to see him do that and hit a free kick well away from its intended target, you should probably buy a lottery ticket, because it's not very often he puts 2 feet wrong in a game. Kyle Shaw is robbed of the ball by the Wanderers. Satut cuts it inside, and Pavlovic makes his impact off the bench. And the Wanderers have pulled one back with a little under a half hour to play at Lambert Park. Substitutes has produced the desired outcome for Pani Nikas. Is that the route to an unlikely comeback, or has it awakened up here again? Kambiashi. Ortiz still looking for that hat trick. Looking to turn provider this time. Kambiashi clips the ball in. And the fleet-footed work of former Wanderers youth Fabian Monge. Kambiashi, lovely feint. Simmons picks a gap for Conestabile, whose touch looked a clever one initially, but didn't work out in the end. Fong. And always favouring Franson. Just to work that tight angle. Radovancevic for Satut. The Wanderers not happy with the perceived manhandling. On their number 10, Johnny Pavlovich. Fong. Kalach. Setting a task for Ortiz. Franson able to do enough. Satinic. Radovancevic. Passing play from the Wanderers. Regained some much needed confidence with the advent of that goal that's put them back into the game. Cameron. Lifting it in the Satut direction. Shaw, risky pass was made to work by Farinella. Outside of the foot pass is Wanderers from Conestabo to Presley Ortiz. Will he go it alone this time? Presley Ortiz looks to turn provider, very nearly did so. Stewart bringing out the best in Vidakovic again. Jack Stewart must be getting towards double-digit areas for attempts on goal today. Still without reward. Without addition to his fearsome record of 8 goals in 7 games against the Western Sydney Wanderers. His play today has more than merited it, must be said. Satut battling forward, really nice run. Not the cleanest clearance from Kyle Shaw. Simmons will try to help it up the line, couldn't do so. Cameron, Wanderers building nicely here. Pavlovich. And Kalat's able to smother it to deny a potential Wanderers corner. Been a very good late game team so far, the Wanderers. APIA will be well aware that this is a side that will close quickly on them. They have scored 8 goals already this season in the final 15 minutes of matches. Perhaps with that fast finishing ability in mind, Franco Parisi is going to be turning to his bench shortly. Simmons, Farinella nearly turned his way into trouble in the form of Radovancevic. And it's safety first from Marcus Savic. He's come across to the left back slot since the departure of a player who was occupying that fullback slot, Rocco McNamara, and the entrance of Ricky Franson. Here come those subs for APIA. And it's, well, maybe a tinge of frustration for the two players involved. Presley Ortiz is not going to get his hat-trick, and Jack Stewart is not going to get his goal on his 28th birthday, another against the Wanderers. So the good news from an APIA perspective is that it is more minutes in the legs for another one of their supremely talented youngsters, Oscar Gonzalez, and for the finisher, Alex Denmead, who doesn't half mind a goal from the bench. It's always an audition for a starting slot, making away off the pine and trying to audition for the APIA starting spots is like trying to nail a Broadway audition. You're up against some very tricky company. Alex Denmead has proved a very valuable player off the bench as the Wanderers continue to build into this game. Pavlovic, it's contact that is not quite as good as his effort that brought this game back into a contest. 3-1, just a far more respectable scoreline than 3-0. At least on the eyes. It's not all doom and gloom, even if it ends in defeat today for the Wanderers, as Gonzalez breaks into open space with options to aim at. Can he lift the ball? Can he find a teammate in the middle? Well, it's half contact from Conestabro. Looking for a first Lambert Park goal. Scored that match winner off the bench a couple of weeks ago against Rockdale. One of a number of late wins that APIA have already enjoyed this season. Picked up 10 points from goals in the final 10 minutes in the opening 2 months of the campaign. So two teams who have got a very reliable knack of scoring late in fixtures. Gives you confidence that there is still plenty of drama to come in the final 18 minutes of the first game of the weekend. Of course, don't forget, there's another Friday night fixture on the way after this one. Manly United will play host to Sydney FC. Two teams in pretty eager need of the 3 points on offer. Wanderers still trying to set up a grandstand finish here at Lambert Park. Shifted wide to Gasowski. The footed cross is comfortable for Fabian Monge. That was good commitment from Cameron. Won it back for his side and found Harper Riles. Now the ball into the box is turned away, out for a corner. It's Kyle Shaw who stretches his long limbs to stop that working its way inside. And there are a few willing customers in wait. Pavlovic's ball in, punched away by Kalach, a clean double fist clear. Denmead given one to chase by Conestabro. Wants to cut inside and fire on the right, Denmead, but his touch heavy. Monge, Gonzalez, well blocked by Vidakovic. can just flip the script on you so quickly, this APIA team. The Wanderers having a really nice and sustained spell of pressure on the goal of Ollie Kallatz, and yet it is the APIA who win the last 2 minutes, create the best chance. Denmead's ball, it's fired in ferociously, but it's Wanderers' heads first to it. Really interestingly poised final 15 here at Lambert Park. You sense there's still a goal at least in this game. For whom it falls will be very instructive as to how this one could end. That one's come off the referee, so drop ball, a pressure reliever. For the Wanderers defence. Defence, into which I should mention the number 31, Emil Katrib, has entered for his first grade debut. The task of marking Alex Denmead at the present moment. Aussie Youth International to turn 18, a player who's turned heads at National Youth Championships in years gone by. Monge. APIA have been late game specialists in the last season and a bit. 31 goals in the final 15 minutes since the start of last year. I'd love to add another. This game is just so long as the Wanderers have the chance to pull it back to within a goal margin, it remains a little bit uncomfortable. An APIA fourth would kill it dead, you'd have to suspect. Katrib. Satut. Oh, Mwatsamalo nearly robbed of the ball. And Katrib comes in and manages to get the beating initially of Simmons. Picks a clever pass for Pavlovic too. Wanderers have not given up the ghost here over the reach of Riles, who will scrap hard to try and make something happen, but it doesn't, and all he can ultimately do is incite the ire of Sean Simmons. Don't forget, it's a great long weekend of football on the way as well. Headlined by that Fairfield derby coming up on Monday. Oscar Gonzalez didn't get the free kick, didn't mind. They kept going, and he may get the ball at the end of all of that, but just a bit too much purchase on the football from Kambiashi. Another costly one, looped over the top. Kambiashi's touch, not his best, and Cameron winds it away. And as far as Conestabo, does love to hit them on the volley. I thought he might have been thinking about it there. Monge. Conestabo. Farinella. Conestabo. The pressure applied, but he keeps the ball in his grasp. And Kambiashi can't reach that one. Jesse Cameron first to it. All he can do is concede an APIA throw. Have to wonder at what point the Wanderers will really go chasing this one. They're going to get a throw at that end, a foul throw from APIA. Do not see that every day. The Wanderers got another wet sail finish in the locker. Do APIA. Kalatz. Get inside to Monge with Simmons. APIA would love to go comfortably 6 on the spin, heading into a mammoth clash against St George FC, one of the early season success stories next week, albeit a success story that's had its colours blemish in recent weeks. Gonzalez. Manakovic, happy to play it short. It's been caught out at this venue in the past. Franson. On a one-man mission, the towering central defender. And yet that was a foul that, given the gap that he left, he probably had to make. The open and shut case where the referee is concerned. Final substitution of the day for RPSA. Kambiashi's race is run. I believe it's at long last an APIA Leichhardt debut for Levi Skuriaga. He's had to bide his time on the sidelines and in the under-20s for his senior debut since signing from St George City in the off-season. So 5 goals in 5 games for the under-20s. Simmons. Farinella. And now Monge. And just misses Skuriaga. Seven minutes and stoppage to go at Lambert Park. Farinella. First touch took him into trouble, but battled hard to deal with the danger. Monge. Wanderers starting to give it a few more forward now, particularly trying to win the ball high up the pitch. Cameron putting Skuriaga under the cosh. And Tamalo looks to be moving a little uncomfortably as that's lifted over the top for Gonzalez to try and haul down. Vidakovic is being harassed by the teenager. Clears it out, and now there are players down on the turf for both teams. Watamalo is the one for whom there'll be some significant concern, because he did go down off the ball and did spend all of that time out last season with that ACL injury. This one looks to be more of an ankle problem. Asian Kishimoto is on the bench for APIA, but unless I've miscounted, I think they've used all their substitution windows. Marko Radovancevic is the player who was down for the Wanderers. He looks to be all good to go. Tamalo looks as though he's going to battle through this whatever discomfort he's experiencing at the present moment. He's back on the field. Moving a little gingerly, it must be said. We are going to have to protect that area of the pitch in the final 5 minutes of this game plus stoppage. Denmead. Fourth goal all the more important now for them. Skuriaga. Can't beat the first man. Can have a second crack. That's some friendly fire from Jesse Cameron. If they're going to give themselves any chance, the Wanderers, they need to score in the next couple of minutes. They've been making life tricky for APIA, but the champions still have a 2-goal buffer. APIA being urged to press. Vidakovic's clearance is a tough one for Satinic. Riles knows he's got an injured central defender for company, and he's going to back himself to make something happen. Riles, decent ball, but he's overcooked the cross. Could have been collected by Basowski. Basowski at the back stick. APIA are going to have to be really careful how they manage this, because Temple Guatemala is quite clearly playing injured. Not at full speed. There's not much that APIA can do about it. Franson with an up and under. Gonzalez with a header into space that Conestabro couldn't make his own. Simmons. That rides the line nicely for Alex Denmead. The cross. Past the reach. Gonzalez, but it falls nicely to Skuriaga. Cameron with the answer. Is it to be back-to-back losses for the Wanderers for the second time this season? That's really nicely done by Fong. Deflected cross. Gonzalez lays it down and blazed away in the end by Cameron Fong. If your plan was to spend the long weekend on the couch watching NPL, this is going to be a very good weekend to do it, as the press continues to come from APIA. Tamalo for Denmead, hauled down by Katrib, and the whistle swift from APIA. You suspect that even with Temba Guatemala's injury, they're going to have the street smarts to manage out this game. Take 3 points into a long weekend that has a host of other good games. That's going to stay in play for Denmead. Simmons. A few in the grandstand ducking for cover. Wanderers next game at home to Spirits. Consistently inconsistent campaign so far from the reigning premiers. Satu just runs out of real estate. APIA getting closer and closer. Paddy Nikas' side deserve a lot of credits. And Presley Ortiz scored that third so early into the second half. You were getting worried for them, the troubles they've had at this venue over the years. But they've rallied well. But for two costly turnovers that led to APIA goals, they could be level. Skuriaga gets to the byline, cross takes a touch, Gonzalez goes down, the ball doesn't get cleared. Eventually it does. Farinella. He's there. Some icing on the cake for the champions here to kickstart the Easter weekend. Conestabro on the tight angle. Gonzalez shuffled off the ball. All legal, says the referee. And the press pays from APIA once more. Skuriaga. Oh, how good is the footwork from Conestabro. Still going, Conestabro! And that will do it. Michael Conestabro with a first goal at Lambert Park. And it is the icing on the cake to seal a sweet 6th win in a row for APIA. And as has so often been the case this evening, it comes as a direct result of APIA pressure that just proved too much for the Wanderers' defence. And Michael Conestabro, it's another goal off the bench for him, not quite as important as his one against Rockdale, but still very much important in the context of where this game was sitting. That has rather taken the air out of any potential late stand for the Wanderers as stoppage time ticks along. Pavlovic. Good trip. Riles with back to goal. Sutinic. Sutut. That will sit at the top of the box, and Riles stretched every sinew to try and turn it towards goal and redirects Marko Radovancevic's effort, but not to be. We have huffed and puffed today. Paddy Nikas' Wanderers. But in the moments they've been required to offer it, APIA have shown the requisite quality. It's a nasty one to upend Johnny Pavlovic. Taken quickly to Noah Ovens. Riles keeps it away from the snapping heels in APIA's midfield. And they get another back. That's a really tantalizing cross. Wasowski can't do anything with it. Matamalo is playing on one leg. Still going to be under pressure. But that'll do it. It is 6 wins on the spin for the champions. 8 games undefeated since that opening round defeat, and pressure piled onto Sydney United ahead of their massive fixture on Monday against Marconi. A game that the reigning champions of the States were able to show their class when it counted. They took a 2-0 lead into the halftime interval. A double again for Presley Ortiz at home against the Wanderers. Won a very fancy team move, the second. And the first one that was turned over far too easily from a Wanderers perspective. Those were the moments that cost them today. They did pull one back to make it 3-1 through Johnny Pavlovich. Did Western Sydney after Max Court added a third on the other side of the halftime break. They're only ever fighting to stay in the contest from there, and while their fight back or their stand was valiant, APIA's power off the pine proved too much, and Michael Conestablo scored a fourth to seal the 3 points off the bench, and APIA will carry a rich vein of form into that game against St George FC, and they will sit pretty on their 3 points across the long weekend, which, don't forget, continues in NPL New South Wales with Manly United at home to Sydney FC tonight. It's a great weekend of football, and we hope you're enjoying it, but we're going to sign off here from Lambert Park. The full-time score, APIA 4, Western Sydney Wanderers 1.